Yo, what's up everyone? Good morning. We have just got to a place called Mount Kenya National Park, to Hell's Gate National Park in Kenya. We also just had an interesting run-in with the police. We were driving behind in Pumba, Greenie was driving in front, and we were going a little bit slow, so they kind of stopped and waited for us. No traffic, kind of in the middle of nowhere. A police car happened to be driving past, and we saw them kind of block the road. We were like, shit, maybe we're in trouble. They sped around, started chasing Greenie, pulled them over for illegally stopping in the middle of the road and obstructing traffic. Basically, to cut a long story short, this is just a bit of corruption. Kenya's kind of been the only country where we've experienced police corruption.
I'd probably bribe me as well, though, to be fair. It'd be way more fun to be a bad cop, though, than a good cop.
Yeah, it would be, yeah. Anyone know why it's called Hell's Gate?
Because it's a really long walk.
I think it's because of the volcano that erupts with lava and looks like hell.
Actually?
No. I assume so.
Oh, I didn't even know there's a volcano here. Yeah. There you have it, folks.
Craters.
Facts with Chloe.
Yeah, it's old rust from the car.
Get in here, you black-eyed raven. Yeah, I was thinking of the three-eyed raven.
Go Ravenclaw.
Get in here, you
Muggle.
Okay, so we're gonna hike up, I'm hoping it's just this, with copy behind me, to get to the top of you say it's a dormant volcano, or dead?
You know what? We'll find out.
Well, it's not active, so, you know, we think.
Should be alright.
Come on, you two. Sean, so we are shooting on
An overtired body. 2 runs up the mountain. No, but I forgot the sliding plates at the bottom. So rookie error.
Live and you learn, you won't do that again.
Yeah, probably not. O'Connor legs, heavy duty, pretty much are super stable, like even in the windiest conditions. And then O'Connor head, the 2060. It's a fluid head as well, so essentially the whole head runs on fluid instead of friction, so it makes the panning and tilting and everything a lot smoother.
On the red?
Yeah.
And lens?
Epic, which was 5K, and that's got to upgrade to now it's 6K.
I think another question that a lot of people who don't know much ask is what is the point on shooting on 6K?
Really, what is the point of 6K? Look, resolution has its advantages, like if you want to crop in, so obviously we're going to output this at 1080. But having it at 6K means that we can crop in if we need it or any stabilization can happen, so it gives you a lot of latitude in post-production.
And lens, you're going to be shooting on the long lens?
Yeah, we've got the Canon 150 to 600, it's actually converted from an old stills lens.
Okay, like it.
Created into a cinema one, so...
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well.
It looks so old school as well.
Yeah, and surprisingly I'd never tested it against the other glass we have from Canon, the 200 to 400, and the bokeh on both of them is actually pretty similar, which is pretty interesting. So I think in terms of cutting the shots together, it's going to be a lot easier, because obviously we've been shooting quite a lot on the Canon as well.
with the weather in Kenya. I don't know if it's super cloudy this time of year, but we've had very few like golden banger sunsets and sunrises. It's kind of just been cloudy. We've had to cancel quite a few bit of sunrise shoots. But hopefully in the Mara, when Ben and I were there last year, either September or August, we got some of the most beautiful dusty red sunsets. So those might be where our sunset bangers may come from. This is pretty much a behind the scenes of our shoot that we're doing here in Kenya. This Kenya trip's taken a very different turn to the rest of our trip, as you guys have noticed. I've learned a lot about filming and how this all works behind the scenes. I'm sure you guys are learning with me, although it looks like nice easy work. There's a lot of sweat and grafting going into this. Shooting at that location. Everyone's dropping a whole lot of items back to the car, and then we're going to drive to a canyon just a little bit further up. Doing a 2-hour hike up to the gorge, which is the main attraction in Hell's Gate National Park. We need a guide to take us there. It's run by like a local community project, so yeah, looking forward to it. Yo, okay, so as we were walking down for a hike, there was a ruckus going on. A bee apparently flew in her ear. She started screaming, commotion around for like 10-15 minutes. And the bee flew out, or didn't fly out, she blew it out of her nose. I mean, I feel really sorry for her. I've also never thought about my ears like that before, so I'm a little bit paranoid now. But yeah, she's alright, so we're all good. Warm, eh?
So warm, it's like bath water.
It's hotter than bath water.
Not your bath water.
No, not my bath.
Hotter than the sun bath water.
Yeah, like a good hot bath.
Get in there and it's just like my ankles peel out, like the skin peels off. Bad though.
It's not true. I think this marks the end of a hike. This was beautiful. Yo. Did we GTS?
All the GTS.
Yeah? Yeah? No. That's a wrap for the gorge, for Hell's Gate.
I really enjoyed that hike.
Yeah. Got the heart rate up like a little bit at times.
And it was so different to a usual hike.
This park is a little bit weird because it's a lot of infrastructure mixed with the national park. We were doing some Googling in the car, and those buildings that you saw basically is run by KenGen, which is a Kenyan geothermal renewable energy plant. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it's debatable, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, if it's renewable energy,
yeah,
then it's a step in the right direction.
Exactly. There's this water contains a lot of sulfur. There's obviously a lot of like what are they, steam or like geothermal jets or something.
I think they use the heat to power turbines.
And as you saw, like across the landscape, there's plenty of these jets pulling through. But yeah, that's what all those funky buildings were about. So it's kind of humans mixed with nature.
This one's called Bryn North.
I'll show you one there. What?
That's a normal.
So I think this one is... This one's Kyle's one.
So are we sharing one? Yeah, are we sharing? I cannot believe it, not like the model.
Yeah!
Cook's model. Yo, what did he do?
How scary is that motherfucker?
What did you do?
Trying to grab my zombies!
Yeah!
Like a little watch, eh?
Yeah.
You know, looking spanking.
Goodbye, guys.
We admit
Good
Nice.
fucking work. What a day.
Yeah.
What a
day. We're gonna get rain.